Today, we're putting two Disney vacations that most families assume are in completely different price categories head to head: Disney Cruise Line and Walt Disney World. We priced out the exact same trip on both sides, and we're going to show you what you actually get for that cost and why the numbers end up where they do, and which one is the better value for your family.
Disney Destiny, please welcome aboard the Taylor family.
We've had friends, family, even clients tell us they'd love to try a Disney cruise if only they could afford it. And what's interesting is many of those same families take trips to Walt Disney World every year without hesitation. So we decided to price both. Same month, same family of 4, 5 nights each, no discounts. And when we put the totals side by side, the difference wasn't what we thought it would be. So before we jump into the comparison, here's how we've structured this. 5 nights priced out in November 2026. That's November 7th through 12th, 2026 for both trips. Same family of 4, 2 adults, 2 kids ages 10 and 14. So those are Walt Disney World adult prices. For the cruise, we selected a veranda stateroom on the Disney Destiny, which we recently sailed on. No specialty dining, no excursions, no add-ons. For Walt Disney World, we chose Coronado Springs Resort, a moderate that feels closer to deluxe with strong amenities and multiple restaurants without deluxe pricing. We included 5-day park hopper tickets for flexibility, and we chose the table service dining plan because when families calculate Disney World costs, food matters, and on the cruise, that level of dining is already included. No VIP tours, no after-hours events, no airfare. Pricing varies by season, and both often offer discounts, but these totals reflect standard rates. The goal isn't to create identical vacations, it's to compare 2 realistic versions side by side. Before we go further, let me give you a little more detail about what's included on each side. On the Disney cruise, your fare includes your stateroom, rotational dining, onboard shows, kids clubs, and most of your entertainment, and I've also included gratuities. At Walt Disney World, the package we priced includes your resort stay, your park tickets for all 4 theme parks, and the Disney dining plan, which covers 1 quick service meal, 1 table service meal, and 1 snack per person per night. Anything beyond that on either trip would be an additional cost. Let's start with the rooms. For the cruise, we priced a veranda stateroom on the Disney Destiny, a very popular mid-range option because it gives you private outdoor space. There are less expensive inside and ocean view rooms, and there are more expensive options like concierge suites. Okay, so we do have a veranda stateroom, which means we have a balcony, and we're gonna go check that out. This is probably my favorite thing to do in the evening on a cruise is to sit on these chairs on the deck and just stare out at the ocean. We also like to track other cruise ships. So I like having a veranda. We usually do have a veranda category room anytime we cruise. So this is our stateroom, 8144 on Disney Destiny. At Walt Disney World, we chose Coronado Springs and priced a Village Preferred room, which means you're paying a little bit more to be closer to the main amenities. There are less expensive rooms there as well that just aren't as close to the action, and higher tier options like the tower rooms and club level. So in both cases, we landed in the middle, not the lowest, not the highest. One thing that is great about Coronado Springs Resort is that it is a moderate resort, so you're getting moderate prices, but with deluxe amenities. So you've got 3 table service restaurants, one of them being a signature restaurant. You've got a bar and grill, a really nice bar that's at the top of the tower. You've got deluxe style rooms in the tower that are just slightly more than your basic standard rooms in the village section. So while it's a moderate resort, it's going to feel more deluxe than moderate. Next is food. On the cruise, your rotational dining, quick service locations, and most snacks are included in your fare. You can still spend more on things like specialty dining, specialty ice cream and candy, and coffees, but the core dining experience is already covered. Okay, on a Disney cruise ship, you have what is called rotational dining. And so instead of just eating in the same main dining hall every night, you have 3 themed restaurants that you visit each night, and you'll rotate among those 3 throughout your cruise. On the Destiny, we have Worlds of Marvel. We have the Pride Lands, which is a Lion King themed restaurant, and we have 1923, which is on all of the Wish class ships. They're really fun. It's a lot more exciting than eating in the same dining hall every night. And the Worlds of Marvel and the Pride Lands have a show and entertainment that go along with your meals. So we enjoy the rotational dining on the Disney cruises. At Walt Disney World, we price the current Disney dining plan. Again, that includes 1 quick service meal, 1 table service meal, and 1 snack per person per night. We chose the dining plan intentionally because when families talk about the cost of Disney World, food is a big part of that total. You could absolutely lower the price by skipping the dining plan and eating only quick service, but for this comparison, we wanted dining fully accounted for on both sides.
All right, breakfast here at El Mercado, here at Coronado, which is the quick service. And I'm having the breakfast of champions, some Mickey waffles and bacon. Can't do better than that. Great way to start your day.
Also worth mentioning, soft drinks, coffee, and basic beverages are already included on the cruise, while at Disney World, the dining plan gives you a refillable resort mug, but alcohol isn't included on either side. On most cruise lines, you probably know if you've cruised before, you have to get an additional drink package if you want Coke, Diet Coke, or any soft drinks. Usually coffee, water, and tea are what is included on a cruise, but with Disney, soft drinks are included. You don't have to purchase an additional package for that. A lot of times we will fill up these paper cups and pour them in the tumbler and take it back to the room. So that is a big perk of cruising with Disney. The last major piece of both experiences is your entertainment. And for this comparison, again, we priced out a 5-day park hopper ticket for Walt Disney World, and the ages we used for this scenario were adults and then 2 kids ages 10 and 14, which actually price as Disney adults as well. So once you add the tickets to the resort stay and the dining plan, that's the core cost of your entertainment for a Walt Disney World trip. On the cruise, your shows, character meet and greets, kids clubs, movie theater, and game shows are already a part of the experience. So there really isn't a separate ticket to access your entertainment, but it does not include any paid excursions. All right, so we're about to head out for Pirate Night on the Destiny. So Pirate Night is a fun themed night where everybody dresses up like pirates. I mean, some people you'll see in full pirate gear. They go all out. Your dinner menu is pirate themed. There are pirate characters everywhere, pirate movies on the funnel vision, fireworks at sea as long as weather cooperates, and am I missing anything?
Arr.
Well, that about sums it up. So now for the final cost of each vacation. Now, remember, there are often discounts that you can apply to each of these trips. So this is the current final cost before any discounts could be applied. This is your standard rates for each. So for 5 nights on the Disney Destiny in a veranda stateroom, including the standard prepaid cruise gratuities, the total came to $6,130. For 5 nights at Walt Disney World at Coronado Springs in a Village Preferred room with a 5-day park hopper ticket and the Disney dining plan, the total came to $8,468.58.
If you find this video helpful or entertaining, please take just a few seconds and hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Before we get into how you could possibly decrease the cost of each of these trips, let's talk about how you could also increase the cost of each of these trips. As with any vacation, the season you travel can affect the cost quite a bit, with both the cruise and the Walt Disney World vacation traveling close to the holidays. Particularly the week between Christmas and New Year's is going to be your most expensive time to travel. For cruises, summer months see an increase in cost, and both trips are pricier around spring break time as well. At Walt Disney World, things like Lightning Lane, special events and parties, water parks, mini golf, photo pass, and adult beverages are all additional. On a cruise, extras like port excursions, specialty dining, spa treatments, premium coffees, and again, your adult beverages can add up fast too. So the totals you're seeing here are for the core vacation and not every possible add-on. So there are ways you can bring the price down for both trips. For cruising in the winter months, it's going to be your lowest pricing, and recently we've seen the best discounts and lowest prices at Walt Disney World anytime after April, but especially during the summer months and really especially August and September. On the cruise, choosing an inside or ocean view room, skipping excursions, and sticking with the included dining makes a big difference. There are also 3 or 4 day options on older ships that could also bring the cost down. At Walt Disney World, the biggest savings usually comes from choosing a value resort, skipping the dining plan, buying 1 park per day tickets, staying off property, or keeping the meals simple. So there isn't just one price for either vacation, it all depends on how you build it. Before we continue, if you love travel and have ever thought, I could do this for other people, this might be worth hearing. We run a full-service travel agency called Blue Horse Travel. Our agents work from home, earn commissions on bookings, and get access to industry discounts and travel perks. If you want to learn more and see whether this is a fit for you, head to bluehorsetravel.com and click Become a Travel Agent. Our site is also linked in the description. Now back to the video. So who is each trip actually better for? If your main goal is rides and maximizing your time in the parks, Walt Disney World is the better fit. And if you want more variety and the ability to choose what comes next throughout the day, Disney World gives you that level of control, especially if you plan your dining and Lightning Lane in advance. The cruise is better for a different travel style. If you want a trip that feels more relaxing once you're on board, with your dining, shows, and activities already built in, the cruise makes that easy. And while the kids are off doing their own things in the clubs, you naturally get time to slow down and enjoy the ship in a way that's much harder to do at Disney World. The trade-off is that your day is more structured around set dining times and show times. So the real decision is whether you want to design each day yourself or step into a plan that's already in place. And of course, if both sound great to you, there's always the cruise Disney World combo trip, but that's another story for another episode. So for a typical 5-night family trip, the Disney cruise was actually less expensive than the Walt Disney World vacation, which is the opposite of what we hear from people who think they can't afford a Disney cruise. And this was on the Disney Destiny, which is Disney's newest ship. On another ship or itinerary, that price can be even lower. But that doesn't automatically make the cruise the better choice for your family. It just means the decision comes down to the kind of trip you want and not the price. And finally, in the words of Belle from Beauty and the Beast, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. And at Happily Ever Cruising, we say, same, Belle, same. So keep traveling, and we'll see you next time.